Alright, Ralathar Renar is here. We're going to go over A17 pathing. So A17 has an interesting form of pathing. This is my original kind of learner thing that I figured it out in, but we're going to go to the wood frames over here because this makes it even more clear. Now we know that wood frames break like instantly. Zombies chew through them like nothing. And this is just a simple path all the way through all the spikes. So what happens when we summon a little biter and I go in here and shoot him in the butt? Yeah, he doesn't like that, does he? Now, he should just break through the beam, but he doesn't because this is A17. He goes all the way around. And they're a bag of hit points, so there we go. So you got to see that. He could have eaten right through these frames in no time flat and killed me, but instead he pathed around to go to the opening. This works the same way on the strength of walls too. So let's say that all of these wood frames were concrete, and let's say that this entrance was blocked up, but it was blocked up with wood. They would still go for that wood wall right there, because the zombies will go for the weakest amount of hit points between them and you. So they will actively seek out the weak parts of your base. So do yourself a favor and make a weak part for them that's filled with traps and all sorts of nasty things that they won't like. So right here you see that I've created a field of spikes, but there's this one little area. So we know that they path for the weakest point with walls, and that goes quite a distance. I have a 20 by 20 base where they path all the way around to go into the entrance, and then they walk back and forth down these long lanes I've made. So they will path for a really long distance, but what about traps? Do they see traps the same way? So let's spawn one here. Now, if they see traps the same way, he should run all the way around. But he doesn't. He comes right at me. And we're going to do one over here, too. He's going to die. You see, this guy does the same thing, straight at me. Come on, take a nap. You've done enough. You've had a hard day. Now you've had a harder one. Now what gets really interesting is, let's say I spawn one right here. Hey, come on. Look at that. Straight into the spikes. You'd say, hey, it's not that far around. So you'd say, yeah, obviously they don't see the gap. But if I spawn one right here, right for the gap. So basically, they do see traps, but they don't see them near as much as they see walls. Walls, they will go a really long distance to find your weakest wall or where there's no wall path to get to you. Even if you don't know it exists, they will tell you. But traps, they only see a short distance away where there's no trap. So they're not going to go way out of their way to avoid your traps. Only if it's within, let's see here, he started somewhere around here. So we're talking about 4 or 5 blocks. He gets here and says, nope. But the guy over here was far enough away to where he couldn't see that gap. So basically, those are the two things you need to kind of keep in mind for A17. You need to build your maze so that the zombies will not go to you. They will go to the weakness that you actually designed into your building. And you fill that with traps and all sorts of other nasty things. And traps are something that they don't actually care that much about. As long as there's not an open path right next to existing traps, they won't care. But let's go see another design. And I'm going to give you a bit more of an in-depth view in another video, but let's just take a quick gander at it to show you just how big this can get. Now this loading time shouldn't take too long. I was just in this game a minute ago, so hopefully this will go fast here. But this will show you just how crazy the mazing can get. And I just defended the Day 21 Horde, so we'll be able to see the aftermath of that too. Now, I'll actually turn on fly for this one because you're going to want that overview. And look at that. There's my base, all separated and walled in, but... Oh wow, there's a... There is a morning horde just for me. This is not actually Blood Moon at this point. Because I already cleared Blood Moon earlier and it was silent for about an hour. But you can see that they path right where we want them to. So that was actually really, really helpful, zombies. Thank you for that. Go away, bird. Oh my gosh, another bird. Now, since I'm up here and unreachable, they're actually tearing apart the base. But if I go back down here, I'm no longer unreachable, and they'll path as expected. They'll just go right through here, and... man! I can't believe it spawned a wandering horde on me after Horde Night. That seems a little mean. Oh, are you kidding me, guys? Go away. Well, this ended up being slightly more exciting than expected, guys. Oh, good gracious, I'm out of ammo. Now, I had God Mode on because I really was not expecting a second Blood Moon Horde after an hour break. That's just silly. Because I literally went out, and you'll be able to see in the other video, I went out and I showed everything in that video. So I'm just going to end it here. Because I'm going to kind of rewind this a little bit. I don't deserve this. I had God Mode on, and I was just trying to show y'all what's going on, but I guess they helped me out with that, so... Thanks for watching, guys. Hope this helps you, and Relic signing out.